is like this. Once upon a time, there was a peasant woman, and a very wicked woman she was. And she died and did not leave a single good deed behind her. The devils caught her and plunged her into the lake of fire. So her guardian angel stood and wondered what good deed of hers he could remember to tell to God. She once pulled an onion in her garden, said he, and gave it to a beggar woman. God answered, well, you take that onion then, and you take it into that fire. Let her take hold of it and be pulled out. And if you can pull her out of the lake, let her come to paradise. But if it breaks, then the woman has to stay where she is. The angel ran to the woman and held the onion out to her. Come, said he, catch hold and I'll pull you out. He began cautiously pulling her out. And he just pulled her right out of that lake when the other sinners in the lake began to grab hold of her because they wanted to be saved too. They wanted to be pulled out with her. But she was a very wicked woman, and she began to kick at them. And she said, it's my onion, not yours. And as soon as she said that, the onion broke apart. She fell back into the lake, and she is burning there to this day. So the angel wept and went away. So that's the story, Alyosha. I know it by heart, for I am that wicked woman myself. Like the woman in her story, Grushenka looked in the mirror and she forgot what she saw there and went on about her business. All of those Sunday worship services she went to, the icons that she prayed before, the incense, all of that didn't really make any difference to her because she had not fully let God change her heart. And so when she gave away her onion, she didn't really give it away at all. And as James says, faith without works is dead, and so was the case with Grushenka. But James wants us to understand that the doing of good works is simply the normal reaction of someone who has received God's grace, to somebody who's heard the good news and understands the demands it places on you. The gospel is not some easy road to take. It makes demands on you. It says you must take up a cross, and if the gospel is not telling you that, it's not the true gospel. But those who understand this, and those who willingly take up that cross, naturally want to continue the work of Jesus Christ in the world. Wesley quoted a lot of different people, and one of the people that he read and was very influenced by was an early Christian writer named Irenaeus. And Irenaeus said that the glory of God is a human being fully alive. Not fully alive doing your own thing, not fully alive in being successful the way the world says you're supposed to be successful, but fully alive in Jesus Christ. And to be a Christian is to be fully alive in that way. It is, as James tells us, caring for the widowed and the orphaned, caring for the poor and the exploited, for the voiceless ones who nevertheless are crying out to be heard. It is, as Wesley said, to do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. To be a Christian is, as St. Francis put it, to preach the gospel always, when necessary, using words. Because when people look at you, they see the only Jesus they may ever know. And when Christians seek out the lost, when we visit the imprisoned, when we care for the sick and try to help them to find healing, when we help people and comfort them in their grieving, we're not doing this because we're nice people. We're not doing this because it makes us feel better about ourselves. We're doing this because we're followers of Jesus Christ. and He calls on us to continue His work. As a baptized member of the household of God, you and I have already received our onion. And so our job is to go out there and give that onion to as many people as we can. Because there is a broken and hurting world all around us. Some of that brokenness is right here in the church, but much of it lies beyond the four walls. And what we do out there on those 6 days that aren't Sunday matters immensely. And we've been showered with such grace because we have that good news and we know that love of God that we naturally want to share it with other people. We want to be out there in the world. We want to be active. We want to be doers and not just hearers. When we look in the mirror, we should be seeing active, busy followers of Jesus. We should see those who want to bring healing to the poor, who want to bind up the broken, those who want to be with the sick and the powerless wherever they are. When we look in the mirror, we should reflect Jesus Christ, not only in that mirror, but outwardly to the world. The Archbishop of Canterbury, Rowan Williams, says, looking at Jesus seriously changes things. If we do not want to be changed, it is better not to look too hard or too long. Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. And to that I would add, when you give an onion, really give it. With both hands, freely, no strings attached. Give it away with both hands. In the name of the one who is the original onion giver, amen.